Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Subscribe if today is your first time. Alright, Bruno Fernande, Pogba, Maguire, and the rest of other players train today, of course, in training. Alright, Bruno Fernande, the Portuguese international who came from Sporting Lisbon, of course, in Portugal, reported today in training alongside the French international. The World Cup winner Pogba also reported in training. Alright, a couple of Manchester United fans all over the world believed will be very much happy and delighted to see this wonderful player, of course, Mr. Pogba, back in training after a couple of speculation of his move away from Old Trafford. Alright, he's back with Wan-Bissaka and other players. Wan-Bissaka, of course, the English international, who have been a total revelation, of course, ever since coming to Old Trafford, just like Bruno Fernande, who have changed the team entirely. Alright, Wan-Bissaka have earned a lot of praise from United faithful and football lovers all over the world. Have said a good things, wonderful things about that young man. Alright, United, of course, have reported to training today, and the training section commenced by 7:30 in morning. And Pogba, of course, that is one of the most players that the fans are willing and ready to see on the pitch when Premier League returns on, of course, 17th of this month. Alright, Igalo, of course, the Super Eagles international, the Nigerian international as well, was in training as well today. And the news also is that Igalo have refused to go back to China as he don't want to continue with his parent club. Igalo is said to be interested in United, and he have rejected to go back to China and has opted to remain in Old Trafford, not just this season, but for 2021 season. That's the news. Okay, Bruno Fernande rejected an offer to go back to China. The Nigerian international is said to be very much happy in Old Trafford, and he's enjoying his moment, of course, in England and, of course, in Premier League. And the Nigerian international is not ready, of course, and the Nigerian international is not willing, to leave Old Trafford to China, as he has expressed his desire, his utmost desire, of course, to remain in England. That's Old Trafford. Alright, Mr. Pogba trained today in good shape and, of course, with rightful mentality. Alright, and not just only him, Bruno Fernande, of course, the Portuguese international, who, of course, have changed the play pattern of United, who has brought in dimensions, of course, and dynamics to the team, to the squad entirely, also reported to training alongside the English international and, of course, the United captain, Maguire, of course, who was signed from Leicester City as well, trained today. Alright, thank you, of course, this dynamic TV. We give you almost all United news update, transfer news, of course, rumors, completed deals, training reports, and injury updates. Don't forget, of course, United fans, Premier League, of course, will return on 17th of this month, next 2 weeks. And the Premier League FA, of course, officials have given the club, the license to have a club friendlies with other teams. And of course, the people that will watch the match will not be more than 90 people, and every player will go, of course, with their private cars. That is the condition. Premier League, of course, have said that EPL teams are allowed to have friendlies ahead of EPL return on 17th of this month. But the United, of course, and Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, Liverpool, Manchester City, and all the clubs will only do that on one condition, which is they will only, of course, go with only 90 fans, and each of the players must go with their private cars respectively. All right, thank you so much. This Dynamic TV, and of course A to Z is still my name, sure, and I'm giving you live updates, of course, all the way to Trafford. United are return yet again to training. Without Unique Gallo, the Nigerian international have said to be not interested to return to China yet again, and the player have said that he is very delighted and happy to have returned to Old Trafford, that he don't have what it takes, he's not thinking of leaving Old Trafford, that China should of course forget about him, that right now the moment his mentality and his mind is all in United, and of course that the player said that the Nigerian international is said to be much interested and eager to resume, of course, for EPL to return, and he said, I am not interested, of course, to return back to China as I have everything it takes to succeed in Old Trafford. Pogba, of course, have said that all the rumors, of course, about him leaving Old Trafford, they're all lies, that he is fully concentrated, of course, at the moment, for him to bring a trophy to Old Trafford. Bruno Fernande, of course, the Portuguese international, of course, said that he believed that United are capable and able, of course, to win a trophy this season. If at all it could not happen this season, that next season United, of course, definitely must win a trophy, that United need to sign players with rightful mentality that will bring success to the team. All right, thank you. To say, of course, it's team my number. We will give you all the match update in EPL. Sure. All right, that is it, of course. United fans are on a dinner. All right, United, of course, are having, of course, interest on players. Manchester United have said to be interested in signing Sancho, and this has been a news over weeks and over months. But yeah, the deal is not yet done. All right, but the news now is that Pogba is back, Bruno Fernande is there, and of course, Igalo is there, and a couple of other wonderful players. United are definitely supposed to finish in top four, but who will lose there? Is it Chelsea? Is it Leicester City? We are yet to know. Till Premier League returns on 17th of this month. Don't forget this Dynamic TV, subscribe, and don't go anywhere. All right, and think